I'm sure if you follow the stock market, you must have heard of Pidilite Industries. Not very sure? Let me say another thing. If you are a sensibly aware person, then you must have heard of Fevicol. The parent company of Fevicol, Pidilite Industries, has given multi-bagger returns to its shareholders and still continues to do that. Now there is a small cap company that is in the direct competition of Pidilite, and in the last couple of years, there has been a lot of buzz around this because the company has given true multi-bagger returns. Some of you might have guessed the name of the company, but if you have not, the name of the company is Jyoti Resins and Adhesives. In this informative video, we are going to talk about Jyoti Resins, business model and overview, company strength areas, financials, key risks, and most importantly, I will share my point of view on the company in the last part of the video. Now before jumping into the video, please smash that like button if you like my content and subscribe to my channel to watch the future videos. Ours is a fairly new channel and I would need support from you guys. Having said that, let's talk about company's overview and business model. Jyoti Resins and Adhesives was established in 1994 by chairman and first generation entrepreneur Mr. Jagdish Patel. The company is a manufacturer of synthetic resin adhesives and manufactures various types of wood adhesives under the brand name of Euro 7000. The brand Euro 7000 was launched in 2006, which today has grown exponentially and is now second largest selling wood adhesive brand in India in the retail segment. Today, Euro 7000 is present in 14 states in India through 35 branches and 50 distributors, catering to almost 10,000 active retailers and 3 lakh carpenters. Company has one manufacturing facility in Santej, Gujarat. The company imports raw materials from several countries. The raw materials are then processed and white glue is manufactured in their plant at Santej. The finished product is then packaged into different sizes ranging from 500 gram up to 70 kgs. The product are then sold through a mix of distributors and consignee and sale agents in the retail market. Jyoti Resins has a diverse portfolio catering to different customer requirements, from high performing industrial adhesives for heavy duty applications to specialized adhesives for specific materials and surfaces. Now let's talk about company's strength areas. The first point in this is related to company's business model itself and the way the company markets and distributes its product, which is Carpenter Reward Model. Company's marketing initiatives feature a highly rewarding carpenter loyalty program. They prioritize loyalty and product uses of carpenters and also have an efficient Carpenter Reward Model, which is a loyalty program for carpenters. On every bucket purchased by carpenters, they receive a certain amount of points which are then recorded by downloading and logging into the app designed by the company. After a certain threshold, the carpenters can then redeem these points in future for gifts in several form of awards. Now why is this important and acts as a key strength of the company? This is because the unorganized furniture and carpentry market in India works on order and making basis. Now what do I mean by this? What I mean is, let's say you want to make a bed for your home and you don't want to purchase it from a big brand like Godrej, Nilkamal, etc. Generally what happens is that you go to the local carpenter and ask him to make one for you. Now the carpenter gives you a price for the final finished product and you get the product at the same price. It's completely up to the carpenter to decide which raw materials and adhesives they want to use. And that's where, my friends, Jyoti Resins leverages the advantage of Carpenter Reward Model. They make the carpenters use their brand and stick to it, which makes it a huge deal. Point number 2 is industry growth itself. According to management's estimate, India's wood adhesive market is currently at 7,000 crore and is expected to grow at 7 to 10% CAGR over the next 5 years. Pidilite is the dominant player in wood adhesive markets with almost 70% market share. Jyoti Resins is the second with around 3.6% market share. The industry is growing because more buildings, more furniture are being made. People in cities have more money to spend, so they are buying more furniture and getting more construction done. The government is also building more things, which creates more demand for adhesives in future as well. Point number 3 is the growth of Indian furniture market itself. India doesn't make or use much furniture compared to other countries. Even though we have a lot of people, only about 20% of furniture market is from big companies and a lot of furniture is imported. But things are changing. The Indian furniture market is expected to triple by 2035, which means more opportunities for Indian companies that make plywood, laminates and other materials. Big names like IKEA and Pepperfry are becoming popular here, so there will be more demand for good quality wood panels. Companies with modern factories and good ways to deliver their products will do well. Now let's move to company's financials and key numbers. Over the last 5 years, company's revenue has grown by 38% and company's profit has grown by 113%, which shows a massive growth history. In their investor presentation and calls, management has set a target of 25% CAGR in the revenue over next 3 years. and believes it can sustain EBITDA margin at around 22 to 23%, which could potentially make it a great compounder. Now you will say, Shubham, it seems all hunky-dory in this stock. Let me just sell my house and buy this stock and get rich quickly. Now before doing that, let's take a look at quarterly results of the company to look at latest trends as well. If you look at quarterly sales numbers of FY24, which is Q1 24, Q2 24 and Q3 24, there has been a consistent decline in revenue year on year. Now why is that happening? That does not matter. What actually matters is that the management seems to be failing to deliver 25% revenue that they had promised, and it raises a red flag. Also, the company is not planning any capex. So from where they will bring that 25% growth if the revenue is already declining? That is still a question. Now if we look at quarter on quarter net profit, sure, that has increased, but that is completely on the back of increased profit margins, which is coming from the reduced raw material costs. Now if we look at some key numbers of the company's market cap is around 1600 CR, which makes it a fairly small cap stock. Company's ROCE is 72.9% and ROE is 55.1%. Both the numbers are absolutely staggering. Company's PE ratio is around 25, which makes it at a fair valuation currently at the time when I am making this video. Company does not have any debt and pledged promoter holding, which is a positive sign. Now let's talk about some key risks associated with the company. The very first risk is intense competition. The Indian adhesive industry is very competitive. Pidilite owns about 70% of the market share, but there are many smaller companies that are trying to get a piece of that pie. This intense competition can lead to price wars, which can lower profits and force companies to spend more on advertisement. Second key risk is raw material price volatility. The prices of key raw materials used in manufacturing adhesives and resins can be subject to fluctuations. Unpredictable price increases can strain profit margins and affect companies' ability to remain competitive. Sharp fall in raw material prices in H1 FY24 has resulted in expansion and growth of margins, which may not sustain for long term. And third and the biggest risk that I see is top-line degrowth of the company itself. The top-line growth of Jyoti Resins over the last few quarters has been in a decline. While the top management had promised a different story, the degrowth of the top-line pictures a major concern. Now here we are at the final section of the video. What are the key takeaways? According to me, investing is a chance optimization game. Positives and negatives go hand in hand in any company, and as investors, we have to assess the growth opportunity, key risks, and our risk potential before taking any call. This can be very subjective decision from individual to individual. In this case, the company is present in a high growth industry and has proven itself in the past by giving promising returns. But as an investor, I would want to maximize my chances of getting it right. When I see the revenue trajectories of the company and see a declining trend, it makes me skeptical and uncomfortable. Small cap companies are known for high growth, and if they stop giving growth itself, then it is a point of concern. So my assessment for this company would be to wait and watch. Until the point we see a positive growth in the top line again, I wouldn't want to make any fresh positions in this company. Now these are just my point of views. You can totally differ from it. And if you totally differ from it, let me know in the comment section. So here we are at the end of the video. I hope this video was helpful and you learned a thing or two from this video. If you like my content, please subscribe to my channel for future content as well. Till then, happy investing. I'll see you in the next video. Thank you so much.